بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين أما بعد. Dear brothers and sisters in Iman, continuing our discussion after talking about the rights of ourselves upon ourselves, today we want to talk about the rights of our families upon us. Rights of family are very important rights, and many other rights of neighborhood and community and society, alaykum salam wa rahmatullah, they come after these rights of our family. Islam, as I said, the akhlaq is a science, and it is very organized. It has priorities, it has order, everything goes in order. And of course, first we have to save, protect ourselves, and improve ourselves and build ourselves. But then right after that comes the family. Community, neighborhood, friends, society at large comes after family. And when we talk about family, the definition of family, or if you want to see who is covered in family by Islamic law, when we talk about family, the immediate circle of family is the husband and wife, the parents, and their children. So these three groups, meaning in my family, it's me, my wife, my father, my mother, and my children. So this makes family. So family is yourself, your spouse, your parents, and your children. This is called in Islamic inheritance. When we divide the inheritance gets divided into this one group first, if everybody is around. So this is, we call it first tabqa, the first layer, the first group. This is first group. And all of them, they have share. So after them, the second tabqa which we talk, there comes the brothers and sisters and the other family members. So that is the second tabqa. The first there is this which I explained. So it should be very clear for many people that the parents are part of the family. They are not something out of family, and now it is a special blessing or special kind of favor that you are giving if you are doing anything for your parents, or if you are taking care of your parents. It is not something that you are extending your family or extending your favor. Actually, that is duty, that is responsibility, and they become part of your responsibility. So that is about first the definition of family. then we need to understand then we need to understand that when it comes to Islamic system of ethics and Islamic teachings, uh, Islam is extremely pro-family. Islam always talks about Bani Adam, it talks about Bani Israel alaykum salam, it talks about the family of Ibrahim, it talks about family of Dawood, it talks about the family of Imran, Ale Imran, and it talks about many other families. And it always reminds us about our duties and our responsibilities toward our families, many times about our parents, many times about our spouses, and many times about our children. And basically, since Islam is a religion which identifies its roles as a community builder, as a nation builder, and as a religion which brings masses together and then wants to establish a ummah or a society, so it understands that everything is built on the family. A strong family will provide that strong foundation for a community and society at large and for a ummah. But if there is no strong family system, then we cannot have a strong community system or a nation system. So that is why Prophet of Islam, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa says at one of his very famous hadiths, he says, خيركم لأهله وأنا خيركم لأهلي. He says, best one among you is the one who is best for his family. And then he says, and be all aware that I am best of you when it comes to my family. No one among you can be that kind and that much caring as I am for my family. So, Prophet is setting that as a standard, that if you want to see who is best, so don't see how nice he is outside at masjid or in center or with other people. If really you want to see somebody's reality and want to give him grade and want to see how good he or she is, look into their family life. And then if he is really best for his family, then of course he is best, inshallah, outside in the community. Again here I will make this a small comment that based on our old culture back home, alaykum salam, at least I know in our Desi culture this is very common. I don't know how much it is in the Western culture, but it is very common that people will try to maintain very good standing outside at the masjid, imam bargah, community, friends, community at large or extended family. They are very kind and very kind of polite and very decent. But here they enter in their own home, they are totally different individuals. They don't have the same polite kind of attitude, they don't have that much kindness, they don't have that much forbearance, they don't have that much what you call the tolerance, the courtesy. They are spent out, so they have spent everything outside. And they feel that they had to be kind and understanding and tolerant and courteous with others outside, but when they come at home, so it's totally different world. And that is totally un-Islamic. This is 180% meaning in clash with Islamic teachings. I have spoken about that many times in my majalis here and there, that when we look about the life of our Prophet, he didn't care about anybody, to the level as he cared about his immediate family. While he cared about everybody, we know that he was a man of khuluq azim. But if you compare and see his strategy and see his order, the most important person for him was first his own family. And then he was a man of that caliber that he could reach out to the neighbors and to the community and to the society and to alameen. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. So he reached out to everyone. But his first focus was on his family. And since he was very busy outside, and he was very much occupied with his mission outside, this was not the excuse that since I am so busy outside and I am very much occupied and I am a man of mission and I am missionary and I have so many headaches and I have so many other problems outside, so when I come inside, then I shouldn't have any duty, I shouldn't have any responsibility, then I shouldn't be expected the same courtesy or kindness or care or anything at home. It was totally the opposite. His courtesy, his care, his kindness, his love, his compassion would actually start first at home, cover everybody at home, and include everybody at home, and then this prophet of mercy, prophet of love and care would go out to give this to everybody else also. This was the way of Ahlul Bayt. This was the way of A'imma alayhimus salatu wassalam also. And that is actually the proper Islamic way. So, keeping that in mind, now when we are talking about the family, what is more important? Of course, there are materialistic aspects of care which we have to provide to our family. There are emotional aspects, there are social aspects, and there are certain other things which also we are responsible to take care of when we take care of our families. Materialistic things, we all know that we have to provide them with the housing, with the clothing, with the food, with whatever are the materialistic needs of that kind of family, in that kind of community, in that kind of society. So that is all it goes, we say, according to urf. Urf mean according to the standards of that time, that location, that age, and that kind of group of people. So you know what is the standard of your family at large. People with your academic background, with your professional background, in your locality where you live, in your age group. So if you will look around, you will come up with some standard. whatever is the average of that all together. So that is the standard which you have to provide to this group of people who are your family. Now if you cannot, again, a nice, good communication and putting everybody in loop and explaining that because of the financial hardships, because of some other reasons, you are sorry that you cannot do all that what is expected, but this is what you can do, and hopefully situation will get better and eventually things will be improved. But it should be a nice communication, and it is recommended for the dependents also to understand, to be understanding and to be modest in their demands, and they need to also see that if he is doing everything and that's all what he can do, so that should be appreciated, and that should be, so the love, the care, the compassion, the understanding can fix that deficit. If there is a respect, if there is a honest communication, if there is a kind of willingness to explain and to make it from somewhere else in any other way, so these things are always acceptable. So that is the materialistic aspect. But it is highly recommended for a responsible of a family to be generous and not be miserly. We have so many riwayat, there are tons of riwayat, where Prophet recommended that for a man that when you go home, don't go empty hand. Always take something while you are going home. Particularly when you are coming back from a travel, from a journey, or you have been gone somewhere, and so now you are coming back to your family, always come with some kind of gift. This gift doesn't have to be expensive. This doesn't have to be very, very special one or very brand name something, stuff like that. It can be something very simple. But this is your gesture of your care and kindness for your family. There are riwayat. Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wassalam, he says that if I have some money in my hand and I know that my family and my dependents, they want to have a meal made with meat, which was of course not everyday meal in those times, and it has been a while that my family never enjoyed meat, and I have this money at my disposal now. Either I can go and buy some meat for my family, my dependents, and make them happy, or I can take this money and go and give sadaqah outside in community and to the needy. I will go and I will buy the meat and I will provide that to my family. So that is the priority. There is not written anywhere to keep your family in hardship, starving, and doing the generosity and outside at other places. There is again order in everything. So you need to maintain your family, their needs, the materialistic needs. It was also recommended that whenever the new fruit comes in the market, it's the first time that this fruit has come in market, Prophet and Aimah, it was established sunnah of them, they would go and buy it and take it to their family because it was something new. It was new fruit, just came in the market. Or, for example, in Riwayat we see, on Shab-e Jummah, they would specially make an effort that when they go home, so they should take some sweet or some uh, something, what you call this, fruits, whatever it was other than just the bread or butter or something like that, something extra. It was food, or it was dates, it was fruit, or it was something sweet. So that was Shab-e Jummah. Similarly, on the festivals like Eids, in month of Ramadan, it was also encouraged to spend more, because they are fasting, everybody is fasting, so make their iftar a little bit more colorful, if possible. लेट आने का ये सवाब होता है. So, but the point is, these ahadith shed some light. Since we have limited time, only 40 minutes, so I cannot go in all these details, but I'm trying to give you some pointers. I'm trying to give you some guidelines that you can understand what is meant by Prophet and Ai when it comes to maintaining the family. So, generosity on men's part, it's again strange. Amirul Mu'mineen has a hadith where he says there are certain attributes or there are certain qualities which are encouraged in men but discouraged in women, and encouraged in women but discouraged in men. And in those qualities, he says, generosity is a quality which is encouraged in men and not in women. So women don't have to be too generous. So, but they are supposed to be little thrifty, little kind of what you call thrifty. Frugal. So little tight on the funds when they spend, because generosity that is given to the men. Men are supposed to be generous. No, men are very much discouraged to be miserly. डॉक्टर साहब यहाँ सामने सीट्स हैं 2-3 खाली हैं. So men are not supposed to be miserly. And then there are hadiths where Prophet says that don't make your wife and your children wish your death, that when this old guy will go away, that we can use some of this money which is just sitting there, and he is keep accumulating and sitting as a snake on that money. He doesn't spend and he doesn't let us spend anything. So don't make them wish your death. So, and I'm sure when I'm talking about it, some individual in your extended family, in your friendship, in your families will come to your mind. We had those kind of people in our families or our villages or our cities, that they were people like that. Damdi, okay, chamdi jaye, damdi na jaye. So these people would live miserable life for themselves, and they would keep their families also in a miserable condition. So that is a general guideline.